So for those watching from home who might not be familiar with you yet, could you share about yourself, who you are, what you do, and why this conversation is the one they should be listening to?
Oh, wow. Who I am, that's a big question. But yeah, as you said, my name is Dana. I'm originally from Argentina,
Hmm.
but I have traveled to many, many places because of one of my jobs that I do. I started when I was 17 as a model, and I travel everywhere. I went to Europe, I went to the States, Japan, everywhere. And then I ended up living in Australia for about 10 years. That's why my accent is a little bit like this. For those wondering why I'm from Argentina, but I got this accent. Yeah. And then in Australia, I started really connecting with the ocean. I grew up in the countryside, so I did have that connection to nature. But in Australia, I started really doing surfing, free diving, scuba diving. Any chance I had to get in the ocean, I got in.
Yeah.
And that took me onto a journey of discovering sustainability and discovering why it's so important to protect nature and to
Mm.
protect especially the ocean. That is my passion. And that took me, which is funny how life works, that took me on to working with a non-for-profit called Take Three for the Sea. At the beginning, I started as a volunteer, and then after that, I took on the role as educator. So my role was going into schools and teaching kids from kindergarten to universities, and then on to businesses, on how to, with legal actions, we can really make a difference. And that took me to study environmental management and sustainability. And after that, that was 2020. And then after that, it gave me the title of environmental consultant that I am today. That's a little bit of very summarized story of how I got here, why this conversation is so important, because I think we need to talk about that connection that today I think is lost, that connection with nature, and that nature is us and we are nature. And if that is not working properly, we are not going to
100%.
work. So I think that's why these conversations are important and people should listen to us.
Oh, absolutely. It's a wholesome package, I would say, with all the stuff, with all the things that you have accomplished and working on, which is very, very important at this time, at this moment. We're about to end 2025 and entering in 2026, and day by day, it's becoming more important.
Yes.
Especially I love how your passion for the ocean evolved into real action. Um, what was the turning point at that made you decide to dedicate your career fully to sustainability?